Getting into the trades and becoming the best tradesman, the best tradesperson, could be the greatest thing for your trades career. Not just getting into the trades, but understanding the things that it takes to move up to become the very best. Now, if you want to learn more about this, go over to www.thetradesacademy.com after this video and check it out. Now, whether you're first getting into the trades or you've been in the trades for a little while and you're learning the trade, but you're not moving up, do you know the things that it takes to actually help you move up? Because those are the things that I'm talking about here. I was interviewed a while back and the person interviewing me says, Roger, there has never been a clear path into the trades or a clear path to become a foreman, a superintendent, a project manager, things like that. So what we are doing, we have actually created a training program, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. So first of all, what trade do you get into? Well, there are over 900,000 unfilled construction trades jobs across the United States right now, 900,000. And that number is going to grow because every year for every 10 people that retire, only 5 or 6 get in, and some of those don't stay. Now, there's over a dozen construction trades jobs, all these different trades that make everything go together. Whether it's a building, a road, a bridge, whatever it is, it takes tradespeople. And tradespeople are what are building and repairing America. So this is going to be a great opportunity in the future because with the numbers like they are, the value of tradespeople is going to keep going up. You're going to be able to make more money in the trades. Right now, I know a lot of plumbers that make more money than doctors and lawyers. You can put yourself in that position if you get in the right way. But it starts with understanding what trade is right for you. Now, people ask me all the time, what trade pays the most? Well, to be honest, the one that pays you the most is going to be the one that you love the most. Meaning, if you really love something, you're going to become good at it. You're going to learn more about it. You're going to want to become the very best that you can be. If it's a trade you don't like, you're going to hate going to work every day. You're not going to enjoy your work. You're not going to learn anything new, and it's just going to be harder to succeed. The requirements to get into the trade, those can be different. Some, it's just a high school diploma. Some may not even require a high school diploma. Others, you may need to join an apprentice training program or another organization that does training to help you get in with certain companies. And this is something that we talk about is, how do you figure out what's the best way to get in? Well, first of all, you've got to figure out what trade, but then you've got to figure out what type trade. Meaning, I'm a plumber, but there's commercial, residential, service, new construction, union, non-union. So many choices that, to be honest, when I got in the trades, I knew nothing about. So once you get the initial requirements down, it's easy. You either graduate high school and go apply, go to a trade school, go to a vocational technical school, something like that, or just go to work, open shop in a company that's doing the type trade that you want to do and the way that you want to do it, meaning commercial concrete versus just a residential concrete company, or commercial plumbing, residential plumbing, service, or new construction. So many different ideas. Now, potential income, you can make pretty much whatever you want to make. And I know that sounds funny, but think about it. Know your end game first and think about, where do I want to be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now? If you want to open your own company, look at a company that would be easy to open your own company in. Plumbing, electrical, HVAC, roofing, something like that. A carpet layer, drywall, carpenter. What could you do to start your own company? Because if you want to open your own company, you need to think about that right now. I would not want to open my own commercial electrical company. It would take a lot of money, but opening a residential service company, that's something I could afford to do. So what are the basic construction skills? You've got to learn the vocabulary. You've got to learn job site etiquette. How do you actually act on a job site? And how much math is involved? I know that's crazy. A lot of people will not get into plumbing because they think there's a lot of math. To be honest, there's really not that much. And what is there, it's not very hard to learn. What mindset do you need? Mindset is a big deal. You need to understand that those counselors and administrators that have told you for years, if you don't go to college, you'll never amount to anything. Well, I hate to tell you, you can actually make more money than them. I know, they went to college, they just don't get it. But you've got to have the mindset to understand, look, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean I can't get into it and do well. If you are willing to work for an amazing life, you can do that and you will deserve it. If you're coming in and working hard for the life that you want, get it in your mind that this is what you want. You want to become the very best. And think about that. When you get into a trade, do you want to become the very best? If not, why not? The very best get paid more and make more money. Put that in your mindset. Get your mind around that you want to be the very best, and jump in there and make it happen. Now, once you've got all that figured out, you've got to get a job. So it goes to interview skills. Do you understand how to interview for a job? Do you understand that that person interviewing has something that they are looking for? That person interviewing you has a need to fill, meaning they've got a job opening or they're creating one, but they are looking for certain things. And when you think about what it is they're looking for, how to compose your answers to help let them understand you do know what they're looking for and you can fill that position. If you can, that's going to help you get the job. And if you convey that message very clearly, they're also going to understand you would be a very good candidate for it, and maybe you're even worth more money than they're thinking. Maybe not, but it might put you in position to make more income right there from the very beginning, just by letting them know you are the right person for that job. Now, the things that you need to know walking in, you need to know what to wear, what to do, what to ask, and don't ask the same question twice, and also don't ask questions that it's easy to find the answer to on their website or anything like that. They'll understand you haven't done much research. Now, once you get the job, you need to be a good follower. You need to listen well, because that's how you learn. Listen to what the person you're working with is teaching you. Listen to what the superintendent and foreman are saying. What are they looking for out of you? If you become a good follower, that can teach you to become a good leader, because you understand how to convey the message of what people are looking for the way that clicked with you. And if you can learn to do that, that helps move you up even faster. So to be a good follower, you have to be very good at following directions. Now, I said this earlier, ask somebody questions, but don't ask that question more than once. Make sure that when you ask somebody, you pay attention, you listen very clearly to the answer they're giving you. I don't mind telling somebody how to do something, but I don't want to have to tell them every other day how to do the exact same thing. Listen, follow directions, and execute, and you'll do really well. But also be ready to accept constructive criticism. They may come to you and say, look, that doesn't look good. Now, you're not a professional, so you really don't know. Take their advice and listen. If they will teach you how to make it look better, listen and learn and try to get good at that. That'll really help you out a lot. Now, understand there's competition in the trades. If you're part of the union or PHCC, an organization like that, they do annual competitions. Starts at a local level, a state level, a regional level, and then maybe a national level. Now, I've seen PHCC's apprentice competition and the UA's apprentice competition. And I've got to tell you, the idea of that, understanding that there's a competition, can really help you want to be the very best, especially if you're part of one of those organizations. So there is formal competition like that. But there's also competition within your company. Do you want to be the best? Do you want to show people you're the best? Learning how to work smarter, not necessarily harder, can be good. And becoming the best employee at your company can help make sure you keep a job when some other people don't. Now, if you are in the union or a contractor organization that has a training center, look around at the people with you. These people, you're either going to work for them one day or they're going to work for you. And it's up to you how that turns out. Whoever's the foreman, superintendent, or whatever is going to make more money. They have got a better job, but they've worked hard to put themselves in that position. Right now, look around you. See who you're with. See who you're working with. One of y'all is possibly going to be a foreman or superintendent one day, maybe both of you. But look at the people around you and understand, where do you want to be ranked with them? Now, job site safety is huge. You have to understand all the PPE and all the OSHA requirements. And it's up to you to learn that. Now, your employer will make sure you learn certain things, but it's up to you to actually do it. You have to understand it's not just your safety, but the safety of the people around you. And the most important thing you want to make sure of is you and everybody on your crew go home safe each and every day. And think about this by always planning ahead. What are you doing next? And is all the safety in place for that to happen? Are there guardrails up? Do you have fall protection? Whatever the case may be, think about that. And horseplay, that's something you really don't want to do on the job site. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe in having fun, but horseplay makes everybody want to one-up each other, and eventually somebody could get hurt. And last but not least, the journeyman exam. Now, this is something that you need to think about from the very beginning. Are you studying from the very beginning, or are you just waiting till right before the test to cram? This is one thing that I recommend starting as soon as you get in and learning there's things that I want to do here. And if you know you want to get your journeyman exam, if you know eventually you want to get your master, start thinking about it and working on it now. And always plan on moving that direction. Now remember I talked about earlier knowing your end game? This is another good time to think about that because you consistently want to work towards that end game. And if you know one day you're wanting to open your own company, start asking yourself now, what kind of company do I want to open? Do I want to open the very best? Or do I just want to open a cookie cutter company like everybody else and we're just going to get out and make money? There's nothing wrong with that. But by trying to be the very best and take care of your customers better than anybody else, that will help you build a brand and name recognition that people know, love, and trust. I hope you got something out of this, and I hope you understand there is a clear pathway into the trades. It starts with finding out which trade is right for you. If you're already in the trades, do me a favor, leave a comment down below and let me know what trade you're in, and did you learn things to actually help you move up? If so, leave it down there and let me know. If you're not, but you want to learn more about getting into the trades, or even if you're already in the trades, you want to learn more about getting better, jump over to www.thetradesacademy.com/GITT. Get into the trades now. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps you think about what career path you may want to be on. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.